99.7 Bridge FM. Awesome music all day, every day.
Certainly. Nearly caught me off guard. All right, now in the studio I have Mick Cullen, and he's going to be talking to us about World Helicopter Day.
Absolutely. Morning, Jojo.
How are you, darling?
Really, really good. So we've been busy chatting. I think that's why you got distracted and we almost lost our
You're
spot
not
there.
wrong. Haven't seen him for ages, so we're just catching up and seeing what's going on and what he's been up to. Now, World Helicopter Day. Why World Helicopter Day?
All right, well, let's wind right back. So, as a kid, I was always super keen on aviation, and, parents got me up on a small light aircraft with friends of theirs and did Air Force cadets and things all the way through. But to be honest, I never really thought about helicopters because you sort of see them go past, but that was sort of just, I always was dead set flying airplanes and never really thought too much about it. And I guess most folks are the same thing. You sort of see them fly over and think about it, but it's out of most people's mind unless you actually go and track down to go and have a look at them.
Yeah.
So that sort of progressed, and anyway, I ended up flying in the Army and training up on helicopters there on Iroquois and Blackhawks, and had a fantastic time doing that.
I hope my husband's listening to this.
Yeah, and helicopters are just these absolutely amazing machines. I tell people they're like a big magic carpet. You sort of pick up. And again, when we take people flying, it's that first second or so when you sort of pick up from the tarmac and the pads,
forward.
And you're sitting there and you're basically floating in the air. It's amazing. So that's one of the advantages. And again, when you're looking out the side, there's no wings or anything in the road. It's like,
this thing should not be flying.
No, they're great. But yeah, it's just you look straight out. It's just an amazing sort of feeling. An amazing machine.
It
when
is.
You think about what they do. And so the whole idea of, and I guess we'll get back to the start of how it started. But the whole idea of World Helicopter Day is, it's a basically industry day globally to sort of get people into helicopter companies and organisations and rescue sort of groups to get up close and have a look at a helicopter and sit in it and find out how they fly and talk to the air crew about how the career options are and what they've done.
Yep.
Because helicopters, they provide such an important services, the medical evacuation, the firefighting, the tourism, the crop spraying. And
you can manipulate them so well compared to
well, here locally, if you've ever seen them do the mosquito spraying, it's amazing to watch. The guys will come in, they'll pull it up, turn around, come back through.
I tell you what, my heart's in my mouth sometimes watching those guys.
That's it. So, incredible engineering machines and a lot of fun. So the whole idea behind the day was to basically draw attention to the industry and the work that they do and give people, an opportunity to come out and find a local helicopter company and go out to the airfields and have a look around.
And you were just telling me that World Helicopter Day started right here in little Redcliffe.
That's it, right here in Redcliffe and in Brisbane. And basically, we were chatting around the table because we would normally have our open day here at the Redcliffe Airport once a year. And we sort of thought, okay, well, let's step it up a stage and make this something really special. And so we went and made the website, made the social media.
Yep.
And since then, this is the fourth year of the event, and we've basically exported it overseas.
Yeah.
And so this Sunday there'll be 25 global events all on the same day as the sun rolls across the globe celebrating it. So we've got here in Australia, there's 4, so Cairns, Redcliffe, Newcastle and Perth. And there's one in Serbia, there's one in Spain, Belgium, a couple in the UK, South Africa, the US.
What?
And it's really amazing actually to see the sort of, all these photos back from all around the world.
Absolutely.
And think, it's something that sort of originated here.
So
in
it is
and Redcliffe.
World Helicopter Day.
Absolutely. So it's all official, and there's a hashtag. If you go hashtag, World Helicopter Day, you'll see all the social media posts grouped around that. So we're really excited, and I think actually Hong Kong probably had the biggest day last year.
Oh, right.
But other than that, the Brisbane one here that we're having this Sunday is probably the biggest event in the world for World Helicopter Day. So we're really excited for it.
Okay, so when is it? It's this Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. This Sunday at Redcliffe Airfield. And again, it amazed me. A lot of people come out and they say, we never knew we had an airfield here at Redcliffe. And again, if you're not aviation minded, and you don't pay attention to it, it's quite fair enough.
Yep.
But yeah, it's off Nathan Road, so over in the Rothwell area near sort of Bunnings and Harvey Norman, just north of there. Basically at the end of Nathan Road, and it's a huge big airfield out there. And people are surprised, like there's so many hangars and workshops and things that go on out there that people don't sort of realise how big aviation is in terms of jobs and economic input here in Redcliffe. So absolutely out there. Bunch of things on. It's kind of like the event we would go to if we weren't organising it. So it's big boys' toys, essentially.
Uh-oh.
So we got 11 helicopters on static displays. There's joy flights. So normally the joy flights around here start about $120. So on the day we're doing it for $75 per person for joy flights. So incredible opportunity. If you haven't ever flown in a helicopter, you can tick that bucket list item off.
Yeah.
And it's probably the cheapest way you can get that done. So the joy flights, it opens at 9 o'clock in the morning. Joy flights will go through to about 1:30. Okay. There's race cars, so we've got 4 race cars, including a NASCAR and a V8 car coming out from Queensland Raceways.
As Tim Allard would say, I
don't know that one.
You don't know Tim Allard?
I'm not
Tall man, Tim the Tall Man?
Absolutely, yeah. So it's...
Can you tell I like that sort of stuff?
So we've got race cars, a full-on NASCAR, VA cars. Looking at the list here, we've got drones. So a couple of drone expos sort of coming out. We've got Mueller College is actually lending us their drone mesh tent. So we'll actually have a tent up which the drones can fly inside.
Oh, okay. Oh, indoor one.
Yeah, well, it's actually going to be outside like a tent, but like a mesh, so they can actually fly without going too far and that. So the demo. Yeah. So that'd be a bit of fun. And one of my favourite things is a virtual reality flight simulator. So we've got a headset that you can put on until you're facing. You feel like you're sitting inside a helicopter, inside an airplane cockpit, and you can fly it around as you sit on this chair. And it's amazing because wherever you look, you're basically looking around the room and around the cockpit as if you're actually inside it. I'm
kind of thinking my husband's going, oh yes, please.
Yeah, so that's a lot of fun. And then again, each year it just gets bigger and bigger. So this year in Australia there's an organisation called the Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association, and they have bought a bus and converted the inside of it to basically be a flight simulator bus. So there's a couple of different flight simulator stands inside this bus, and they take you around the different events. So that's going to be parked here, so you'll be able to have a play with that. For the kids, there's face painting, there's a colouring in, there's a scavenger hunt opportunity set up. So heaps of stuff to do with the kids to keep them busy while you have a look at the aircraft. Opportunity to sit in the cockpits and, plenty of photo opportunities there to have photos of the kids, and you can jump in as well and have a look. Air Force cadets are going to be there with a display and showing, the stand and all that sort of stuff. Defence Force recruiting is coming out, so if you're interested in all the helicopter careers through the military, they'll be there, as well as a Navy engagement, community engagement team. Coast Guard, our local Redcliffe Coast Guard are going to support us, so they're going to come along and help fundraise and sell cold drinks. Yep. And because they do a lot of training with the local Queensland government rescue helicopters, so they'll come out with the Coast Guards and they'll go out here in Deception Bay and actually practice hoisting people on and off the back of the Coast Guard boats. So that's their tie-in. So there's coffee, there's food. The traffic chopper, the little red chopper that goes over every morning here in the morning and the afternoon, that'll be there. So Mick, he's one of the pilots. He'll be there. You can talk to the traffic chopper pilots. A power line display. So essentially, the company hosting it, so Aeropower helicopters, were based out of the airport. Yes. And a lot of the operations we do is all around Australia, in basically Tasmania, Perth, Adelaide, is all the power line repair work. So the helicopters will hover next to the power line, and you'll have a guy on a platform underneath actually repairing the power lines while they're live. Holy cow! So the whole idea is that you don't have to take the power line out of operation. You can keep the power going while they actually repair it from a helicopter. So we're going to have... Heart and mouth, hello. It's very, very carefully done.
Very safe.
So there'll be a presentation there about how that happens and how they do that sort of gear.
That'd be interesting.
So that's it. There's a book signing. There's another company there. It's like the Uber version for aircraft, sort of booking aircraft. Yep. A bunch of things. And as I said, that Rescue 500 aircraft, the big helicopter, the big rescue machine that the government operates out of Archerfield, we're expecting it to come through about 9:30 and land, and we'll be able to take small groups out to have a look through that. And that's amazing. That's a really big helicopter, and just the fit out.
What sort is it again?
It's what they call an AW139. Okay. But it's the big rescue one that was used in the Brisbane floods, and you see on the news and things like that. Yep. So the fit out in the back of that is amazing. Like, it's a multi-million-dollar. It's essentially an emergency room from a hospital put into the back of a helicopter. Wow. So it's a really rare chance to get up close and have a look at that. I think that's it. There's bits and pieces all on over the day. We should have possibly some live music happening, and as I said, there's coffee and
Holy
and all sorts of
dooly.
stuff. So it's pretty massive. Yeah.
Busy.
Yeah.
You've really had your job cut out for you.
Look, it's been a couple of months, sort of pulling everything together, and each year it gets bigger and bigger, and we're really, really excited. As I said, this is kind of the event
I can tell
that we would go to if it was on and we weren't organising it. It's something that all of us at the airfield would go to.
Absolutely.
Again, if you get out to the Redcliffe Airfield on Sunday morning, there'll be a big sign up. You can't miss it. There'll be flags and people floating around, and the hangar has a big Aeropower written on top of it in terms of the signage. And it's Aeropower Helicopters is hosting the World Helicopter Day event here for Brisbane. So it's, as I said, you got to go to Cairns or Newcastle to get to the next closest one. So it's once a year, and you just won't see that many helicopters in the one spot and be able to climb in and have a look. So especially if you've got kids, any kind of aviation buff, and as I said, big boys toys, that sort of gear, definitely discounted. $75 per person for a helicopter flight is probably the cheapest you'll get it anyway.
Alrighty. Okay, and so is Rotary involved in this?
No, so that's obviously our hardware has previously been on air and spoken about the Rotary Club and Rotary events. So no, not involved so much in this one. But it's interesting in aircraft. Well, what we talk about is talk about fixed wing, which is what most aircraft are that people associate with. Yep. And hopefully, the wings are fixed and they don't move on the aircraft. And then we talk about helicopters as being rotary wing because the wing spins. That's obviously how the blades spin around.
Right.
So interesting. The two rotary connections there.
Yes. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's this Sunday between 9 and 1:30.
Yep, free entry. So absolutely, turn up. The only things you're going to be paying for is if you go for a flight or for food and things like that. Everything else in terms of looking at the helicopters and playing with the simulators is all free with free entry.
Alrighty. All right. Now, if you want to have a bit more information on that, just give us a call on 3284 5000 and we can certainly help you out with that. But Mick, thanks for coming in and talking to us about your passion. I can see your passion.
Yeah, as I said, so World Helicopter Day, and it's very, really special here. And I can't wait to show you around if you come out, Jojo.
Sounds like a plan. Oh, I think my husband's going to twist my arm. Alrighty.
99.7 Bridge FM, your music rocks.